Yes, and good morning. Thanks for your time this morning. So the CSIR is saying you've done the research and you can tell South Africans how they can control electricity usage and save money. Please share the secrets with us.
Okay, good morning and thank you very much for having us. With regards to savings for the South African public, I mean, currently with the load shedding that's currently happening, and also looking at the long term as a bigger picture, there are a lot of opportunities that we can look at. And firstly, we're looking at energy efficiency, where we're looking at energy efficient appliances, starting from lights to other appliances that we use in the household. And the same applies also not only for the household, but also for the industry in general. So if we look at looking at installing efficient appliances, that's the first step. And then we can also look at energy supply sources in addition to what we're getting from the utility Eskom. And in this case, the lower hanging fruit, if I could use the word, we'll be looking at solar PV. And if you want a system which is more energy intensive, you're looking at solar PV, including battery storage as well. And when you install these devices, you are able to save as the user, and also in the long term also assist the utility. And in the very long term, you also have an opportunity to also participate in supplying energy into the power system, where some municipalities allow you to send power back into the grid.
Well, Chris, and that would work for those who are looking to replace or those who are able to afford to replace these appliances at the moment. But there are also some tips for those using their existing appliances. You talk about using electricity at different times of the day. How will that work to save electricity or take control and save you some money?
Yeah, if you look at our usage in terms of electricity, we've got like a peak in the morning and also a peak in the evening. And those peaks usually are driven by large electricity consuming appliances, looking at our heating demand and also our cooking as well. So if we are able to shift in terms of behavior, in terms of how we utilize our appliances for those energy intensive usages, we are able to shift our demand. And in that way, you are able to firstly assist the utility in terms of being able to manage our peaks. And in some way, we could also alleviate load shedding in terms of being able to make sure that those peaks where we will be load shed, in most cases, we will actually have lower demand. So in that way, you are able to save. And those customers who have got time of use tariffs, during the peak demand, our tariffs are quite high, and even some residential users also have those time of use type of tariffs. And if you're able to shift your demand and use it at a time when the electricity is not that expensive, you're able to save in that way. So firstly, as a customer, and also assisting the grid in terms of being able to manage our peak demands.
Now, we know that the weather is going to be cooling down soon. Winter is just around the corner, Chris. And I mean, would all of this apply? I mean, it's going to be a bit difficult for lots of people to try and make that effort, especially early mornings where it's cold, and at night as well. So any advice for them in that time, how to manage it with the changing seasons?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's going to be tough, definitely. But if you look at our heating demand, more especially our geysers in South Africa, which is like mostly electrified, actually it gives us an opportunity to be able to save our usage during our peaks, because once the geyser is hot, you can be able to switch it off during the peaks. But in the longer term, it will actually make more sense to actually have smart controls for our geysers, so that whenever we have energy shortages, those can be controlled in terms of being able to switch them off and on and as and when required. So as a start, where those smart controls are not available, to be able to manage your demand during the peaks by switching off, actually you save quite a bit as a user, and then you can also assist the power system during our winter season. So that's one aspect where users can be able to assist during the winter season. And then in terms of the heating, where users have options, looking at either using gas for space heating or other sources except for instead of electricity, if those are also exploited, that can also assist the users and also assist the power system for us to be able to ride through our winter period.
Okay, so if you are conscientious, you can do your little bit. If you're able to put some of it back into the system, some of that electricity, and save yourself some money if you just make that little bit of effort. Thank you very much, Crescent Mushwana. He's from the CSIR in Pretoria.